What's up, everybody? Jesse Vasquez here, and I'm in Sin City, also known as Las Vegas. I'm going to be sharing an incredible success story about a student of mine who landed a contract with the World Series of Poker and Amazon, which is freaking amazing. So if you want to learn how to do this in your midterm rental business, stick around. She's going to talk all about it. See if she answers the door.
Yep. Hello,
Christine.
Jesse.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank
Come on
you.
in.
I'm
Check it
coming
out.
on in. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I was scared of when you first came to me and you're like, Jess, I'm going to be investing in Vegas.
Jesse, actually, I am more thankful right now. It's just totally changing my life in midterm rental.
Christine's business partner lived in that part of Missouri. Mississippi. Dang it. Why do I keep forgetting?
I think caring is just help us to move our business into the other level.
Christine, you've been in the rental game for 10 months now.
Yep.
Tell us about how you got into the midterm rental space.
So about 10 months ago, I started to join your midterm rental venture class. And since then, I spent 2 months in the education. Then I come up with my business partner, which is I met Katie in one of our real estate group.
Yeah.
And we both came out with some idea about midterm rental. We both got some inquiries and then we see the demand. So we just get together and build a company, form a company.
Together.
Yes, together.
Yeah.
There is another partner named Eva. She's in the backstage. 3 of us, we started about 10 months ago.
Yeah.
Then all the way along right now, we are doing pretty good. And then we really enjoy the midterm rental.
Yeah. She got into the program, started connecting with other people. And this is one of the things that I love so much about you, Christine, is because I think so many people get into the midterm rental space or any type of real estate because there's so many different types of places you can go in real estate. It's so big and they all work. But if you are able to join with another person to help you build your real estate portfolio, I think it's a powerful thing. And you were able to do that, which I think is so good with Katie and Eva. And I think you don't have to do anything alone when it comes to real estate. So kudos to you on making that move and getting into the space.
Yeah.
I was scared of when you first came to me and you're like, Jess, I'm going to be investing in Vegas. My mindset was like, oh my gosh, the short-term rental regulations here are insanely crazy. And they just got into effect a couple of years ago, maybe even a year ago. So if you own a short-term rental here, the only option there is to do is the midterm rent. So I was scared that you were going to be competing with all these different companies or all these different, landlords and operators. But what Christine was able to do, which is super smart, is she was able to find the opportunities of the companies and businesses in these markets. And we're going to use an actual real life example. The World Series of Poker, which is hosted in Vegas every year, which is known for so many big things. You were able to connect with somebody through that company and you're actually started to house those folks that were coming for, to play World Series of Poker. So can you talk about that real quick? Because I think that's such a big part of growing a business where you see the opportunities and then you're making moves on it, especially in a strict market like Vegas.
We did a lot of walk the business locally, and we are trying to connect with local business, present what kind of company we are. And then we luckily, Katie, my business partner, she's really smart. And then she can reach out to someone who is in charge of World Series Poker housing department. Then we have been asked to be the housing provider for them. Since then, once we get the opportunity, then we just start working on it. So we got some really good bookings. Yeah. And poker tournament in Las Vegas is every single year in summer. I think midterm rental here in Las Vegas is great. It depends on what kind of clientele we are getting. Short-term rental, there are lots of regulations.
So many.
But midterm rental in Las Vegas, I think is just amazing.
She went after the companies. And this is something that I've been talking about for so many years. And people are like, oh, how do you go and do it? How do you make things happen? Christine actually walked into some of these places, knocked on the door, was handing business cards out. That's an old school approach, but that's how you build a business. You have to get uncomfortable, which you did.
Yep.
You're able to create yourself an opportunity, which you did. In a market that is volatile, which you can short-term rent. A lot of people are midterm renting just on Airbnb. And here's Christine creating her own path, making it in her own way by going out and actually door knocking and making these things happen. That's incredible. Let me tell you why. When I first met Christine 10 months ago, she said, I love bringing this story up. So she had a lot of doubt in her abilities to be able to communicate. And now my favorite thing that Christine says, whatever. Everything's whatever.
That's me.
Right? Because you feel that you are capable. You have that ability. It doesn't matter what people are perceiving of you. You're just out there trying to do what you're trying to do.
Yeah, you inspire me a whole lot. I don't have that much confidence on myself once I have to open my mouth and talk to people. But you gave me a lot of compliment and a lot of support. You know, I think I don't want to disappoint anybody. From my mindset, it is once I want to do it, and I do have someone to support me, especially like you and our Air Venture community. I got tons of support. I just want to move forward from there. Go for it, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Just do it.
Go for it, whatever. Just do it. I love that you have that, because I could tell you guys the first call to see her then and to see her now, it's a night and day difference. And just you being able to talk about that is just powerful, because you guys haven't seen her before, but this is just an incredible version of you. And you had to let go of that version of yourself to become this person that you're becoming now, which I think is so amazing. And it's just awesome to watch that mindset shift.
It's really important. So I think I used to be sort of like negative or somehow, but as soon as my mindset shift, change it up, then I was like, I don't care, whatever I need to get to make it work to reach to my goal or maybe my plan, then just go for it. So I guess this is really important. Mindset.
Yeah. Mindset is one of the biggest pieces of any type of business you're doing. I mean, it's so cliche to talk about mindset a lot, but it really is so powerful. And it's just great to watch you go from that old version to this new version.
Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you actually, because I used to join some other mentorship. I don't see that, not too many, but still, you know. So I don't have that kind of support. We used to don't have this kind of community, and then we don't have this kind of interact in our Air Venture group. And when I went to the summit, I know even I cannot talk well, but you still gave me that chance, all kinds of opportunities. So I just I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
And I appreciate our group, our economy, and I don't know what to say about it, you know.
Yeah. Christine actually spoke at the Midterm Rental Summit on a panel. She was very nervous. She went up there and did it anyway. She seemed calm as heck. You looked relaxed and peaceful up there. And again, it's putting her in a position to get uncomfortable, to do hard things. And despite the barrier in her own mind, she was able to surpass it. That's what growing is all about. I love that. So Christine, one of the other things that I love about what you're doing, we talked about Vegas being regulated. Yeah. So you're investing in Mississippi, which you happen to find one of the coolest ways on how to do this. So not only are you investing in Vegas, you're also investing in Mississippi. But what you were able to do with your business partners, they found an Amazon plant that was being built from the ground up, which these Amazon plants are massive. They take city blocks sometimes. And Christine did one of the things that I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. Look at this. Because there's so much opportunity for people out in the world to be able to build something. In fact, we have these opportunities all around us.
Yep.
And people don't see them. And I'm hoping that after you guys watch this episode, that you're able to see if there's opportunities that you're able to build, and anybody can do them, but you just have to be thinking about it. So Christine landed a contract with the Amazon employees that are coming into the market in Missouri, and she was able to do this by connecting with people. So let's actually break down what that looks like. How did you connect with them?
So the first thing, I think networking is really important. My business partner, Eva, she's living in town in Mississippi, and she goes out to do the networking with investors every single month. And then there are some informations come out from each other. Then we found out there will be a new Amazon database, huge, massive center will be built. So we see the demand is coming. We see the opportunities. Then right away, our brain just clicked. We went to the job site, take a look, and then we saw a lot of workers coming in. Then we trying to go to the extended hotel all over the town. Plus, she got some Airbnb over there also. On her Airbnb records, she saw a lot of workers booking, and most likely 90% are workers. From that record, we did analyze the market. We knew there will be chance of big opportunities right there. So right away, we arbitraged 2 properties from a huge community. We set it up within 2 weeks. We put it into online and we got booked right away. Then we realized, hey, that is something we need to go further. So we walked business. Actually, Eva went to Amazon site, talked to the people, talked to the worker, and then they gave me and Katie a phone call. We have a couple meeting of that. Then all 3 of us went crazy. We make a decision. Let's go for it. Either we're going to buy a whole lot or maybe arbitrage a whole lot. Then we found out there is a community which is really, really close by. And
Like apartments.
Yes, apartment communities. Like there are 40 some to 50 some units in one complex.
That are vacant.
They are vacant. Yeah. Actually, the owner, they just purchased this one last year. They were been doing renovation.
Got it.
And that was a full garage rehab. Some of those already ready and some of those is still ongoing renovation. We rented about 13 apartments. I do the online shopping and everything delivered over there. I flew out, we set it up. We spent about less than 2 weeks. Then we put it online right away. Eva and I, we went to walk in the Amazon site again and again and again. We hand out business cards, flyers, and we went buy some little small snacks or drinks, go over there to shake hands with them. We talk to the boss, talk to the individual. And we found out there are some construction companies. Then Katie is the one who does the outreach. Katie emailed them, called them, chasing this company. Then we got great news coming from individual workers booking with us like crazy. And we got two of these companies. They are construction company. They have projects all over the country. So one of this company, they are really interested in our product. And they are trying to book with us like a few units. That's just the first stage of Amazon work right now. And there is another company, they already reach out to us on Airbnb and they book about 3 or 4 units with us already, but they didn't book through Airbnb.
They direct booked through you guys.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
So if you guys can hear that story out, Christine's business partner lived in that part of Mississippi. Dang it. Why do I keep forgetting? In Mississippi, went to a real estate meetup, found out they're building from the ground up a big data warehouse for Amazon. And this construction project is probably going to take 3 to 5 years, I would assume.
Yes.
So it's a massive project. When you have massive projects like that, companies will send employees from other parts of the US to come work in those specific cities. So Christine smartly, which I think this is a genius way to do things, found an apartment complex that had the availability of units connected with the owner, arbitrage those, and then sublease those to the specific employees that are coming through. But it sounds like you're even in negotiations now with getting an actual contract with the company.
Yes.
So her 13 units got booked right away, which she flew out there to do all this stuff, like put all these things together. And just so you guys know, Christine's an interior designer. That's her.
I'm trying to be a good one.
So she flew out there for 2 weeks, took care of all the units, which is tiring. It can be so tiring. But then now has all these other opportunities that are falling from that. And one of the most important pieces that you said there, 99% of people, Christine, will not go to a job site, put on a hard hat, and actually hand out cards to employees.
Yes.
That's how you build a business.
Right. I think that is really important. We cannot just put something. To me, what I'm thinking it is, if I want to get more bookings or maybe I want to get some contracts from companies, I need to do my work. We need to do some research of the market and we need to compare what is the market rate, how to provide housing, what kind of product we are going to have, and how we can pitch out to the companies or maybe the individuals. Just trying to see what they need, then we are going to provide what they need.
Exactly. That's another important thing that Christine just mentioned. A lot of us will go out there and just try to get our properties booked, but what she's actually doing is catering to the needs of these companies rather than just trying to get her place booked. So that's probably what you're doing. Like, what are you guys looking for? Do you want to be close to a job site? How can we accommodate you? What type of level housing are you using? Where are you guys staying now? You look at what that hotel looks like. How am I able to create a better product for these folks to stay in? They're going to have their own rooms. They're going to have their own bathrooms. Like, that's how people actually want to lodge. People don't want to stay in hotels with, like, that's just not a comfortable place to be.
No, actually, they are signing contract minimum 6 months to a year. And 13 of our units, like 90% all 1 year contract.
Wow.
I love that, Jesse. This is midterm rental, but it is a long-term rental, midterm rental. I don't even know how to say it.
You know what that is? That's actually corporate housing.
Okay.
And that's where you actually get a corporate company that's not going to pay you 6 to 9 months. It's still midterm rentals. I still consider it that.
Yeah.
But you're now tapping into the corporate game, which as a little operator, I'm still calling you a little operator because we don't have 150, 300 units yet. These corporate agencies that handle corporate housing, they have access to hundreds of doors. So she's creating her own little empire by creating her network with her own connections. And I think that's where the magic is. You're now working with those littler companies and still being able to provide the same type of service that a corporate huge company would do, which is awesome.
We are trying to practice better on our business. And since like we will have some experience in Las Vegas, we are doing pretty well in Las Vegas. So we are just copying the model from Vegas and switch to the other state. So it works just so well.
You're making it happen. I love that. Let's break down the key concepts that allowed you to grow this fantastic midterm rental business.
Actually, there are a few things in my head. I think networking is really important because when you go out and network and then you can get all kind of of connection to help you to grow so fast, and then just get out there to work on it. Like we are building our contracts with Amazon or workers in Mississippi. We have to get out there and meet people. I think the product, the quality, we got to have certain kind of design of our product to present, and we need to be flexible on whatever our clientele's need. Then we are going to fit whatever their inquiry or request, something.
You're accommodating them, yeah.
Yes. And the last one, I would say consistency. Yeah, you got to just keep working on it until you really get into this one.
Yeah.
I think I got one more. Service, customer service is the most important thing.
Yeah, I think that's so true on a lot of those things. The two things that I want to highlight on that, consistency. So many people they'll be consistent at the beginning. They'll start going off. They'll start making the calls and they don't get the immediate results right away and they're done.
Oh, you know what? The good thing is I don't want to give up because I see the opportunities right here. I know it is not easy. It will be a lot of difficult time, but the good thing is I know where I go get some support. So I always go back to our community. I always ask for help and support. If I have questions, I just reach out to people in our community. Then everybody is so willing to help and support,
Yeah.
So we got some big dudes, however you say it, big dogs in
Big
our
dog.
community. Yeah.
Big dudes and big dogs.
Yeah. Yes. So they are in certain high level, but they still don't care like you. You always give me support when I was chatting out with you. Hey, Jesse, I need help. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? And then you would just like right away, let me know. Give me some suggestions. So this kind of support, I know where I'm going to get the answer from. So I think that's just amazing.
I think community is so important. Like as you're building, it doesn't like any community, as long as you're a part of a community that develops the growth of not only yourself, but you're able to help other people in the space. And you have people, you just mentioned this a second ago, you have people that are 5 levels ahead of you and you're on level 2 and they're coming down to meet you where they're at by giving you their experience. And then guess what you get to do for somebody else?
Same thing.
You get to like pass that on to each other. So I think that's a powerful place to be in. And I'm such a big fan of community.
Yeah, me too. So that's why when I was in the community, whatever you say, this is networking or community. That's why we grow so fast.
I totally agree with it. You're not only helping Amazon workers, you're not only building this awesome business here in Vegas, but this is also something that I really enjoy to do, which is helping families that have lost their homes due to fire, flood, or some kind of event that happened in their property. And you're doing that as well. Can you talk to me about what you love about the temporary housing and helping these families?
Yes. I remember this is really important to me when I joined your class and you were talking about one of this family you met in the hotel or whatever. This family was crying because they did not even have a chance to have family dinner together because of water or fire damage they've been experiencing. So that was really touching to me. And right now I'm doing all of this like insurance claims in Las Vegas. And I have a whole lot of stories like that. I went out, I meet the families, I walk through the property with them, or maybe when I do the check-in, I meet them all the time and talk to them all the time. So I have a whole lot of conversation, really, really good conversation. I find out sometimes, recently I got a really good case. One of this lady, she's 80 some years old and she got fire damage. Then the house was almost total loss. Oh my goodness. One of the cat or dog died in that fire damage. Daughter was handicapped and son-in-law, it was sort of handicapped also. So it was just like, nightmare in life. When she was telling me that story, my heart just like melt. So I would be working really hard to find perfect fit home for her because she's old and then she doesn't have, her phone was damaged also. So she doesn't have computer, nothing.
Yeah.
And she's staying in hotel. I have to go there on Sunday night, 7 or 8, 9 o'clock to grab my paperwork to go to meet her and sign paper with her. And I have to give her a ride the other day to go for check-in, whatever. So that is something beyond what I need to do, but I just want to do it because I have that kind of feeling like just what you told me, helping people to give it back to them a little bit more. That way it helps me to feel better as well. But just because I did that, the relocation specialists, they are happy and then they just keep sending me all kind of claims.
Yeah, I love what you said there because there's two things that are, well, one of them right now is a lot of people are wanting to get into midterm rental insurance, relocation, temporary housing because the dollar amount is higher, that you get paid more. And what happens with that is people get the misconception of like, I rent my house to a family that's been displaced. Now I'm going to make all this money. But the reality is this is not a money game. This is a serving a community of your people that are in your own community. There's so much more to the dollar amount that comes with that. And I think once you find that and you're able to have that kind of level of understanding on another person's horrible events that happen to them and, you know, give empathy to them because they're dealing with something that is astronomical from their life, especially with the woman that you just talked about right now who doesn't even have her phone or anything like that. And you're able to go pick her up, you creating a relationship with her. There's not many parts of real estate that you can actually do those kinds of things and feel, you know, that level of just gratitude for actually helping people. And they're thankful that you're doing it too. And I think that's one of the biggest things about the insurance stuff is if you're just doing it for money, you're not going to go anywhere. You might get a claim or two and that's it. But if you're actually doing it out of, you know, wanting to help these folks and helping them to create a home away from a home, and you're actually really caring about that, that's when you start to build the foothold in this business. And that's what it's about.
Caring is really important. I guess Ideal State, my company, I think caring is just help us to move our business into the other level.
Yeah, I talked about this before where when I first started doing, you know, temporary housing or even midterm rentals, I was chasing dollars. I was chasing money. Everybody wants to make money.
Same too.
Yeah, it's like we want to make money. All of a sudden you get this family that's sitting on a table, like Christine mentioned. The only thing they wanted to was to be able to have a dinner together as a family. There was a family of 5 and 2 older kids and 2 younger kids and the husband, wife, or I might have that wrong. It was 2 boys, they were older, and a young one, and then the husband and wife. And all they want to do was sit down for dinner. That's what they did. They were in a hotel. And she was just telling me like, I just want to be able to have dinner. At that moment right there, I started to realize like I was chasing money, but what I should be doing is chasing the ability to help people. And I told Christine in the class this before that my business was like, I'm chasing money. It's kind of going up. And when I flipped the switch now, like I'm going to help people, it's serving. My business went like this, like a hockey stick. So you just see it kind of like go up like this because now it's not about chasing.
Yep.
You're now attracting the clients that you want to have. You're attracting the right type of customers. You're talking to the right people with the right set of mindset, the right skills, the right verbiage that you're using. It's not about the dollars anymore. It's about actually serving. And that changes so much, but you have to figure that out on your own. Right? It's like a process you have to go through, or at least that was for me.
I think that is really important. If I don't experience it, I would not get the key how to open this door to this kind of business.
Yeah, I think it really, really is. And you have to have that servitude heart, right? Yeah. I agree. Christine, I am so thankful to be here with you right now. And it's been inspiring, been amazing. It's been a journey to watch you grow from the old Christine to this new Christine. And you're just creating this amazing midterm rental business. And I'm not trying to like, you know, fluff you up right now. It's just the truth. What is your final advice you'd give to anybody right now that's looking to get into midterm rentals?
Just say, actually, I am more thankful because I can see you are in my life right now. It's just totally changing my life in midterm rental or just whatever my regular life. But I do have some advice about how to get into this, willing to take risks. Put yourself out there and put your hard work and consistency. That's the way I would be done. Yep.
Keep it simple and short. And that's exactly what Christine did. Just put in the work. One of the other things that I want to highlight you on real quick is that Christine was actually interviewed with myself over in San Diego from Bloomberg Business Week, which we're super excited. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but Christine and I are actually going to be featured tomorrow, which is Monday, July 22nd is when that Bloomberg piece comes out. You guys should definitely go check it out. I'm super excited that you're in it. I'm excited that I'm in it. And I'm so glad that you had a chance to connect with Bloomberg.
That's why I really, really appreciate you.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All the opportunities.
I know. Isn't that cool? Like we get to be
That's amazing.
I'm excited about it. Like it's so freaking amazing.
Yep.
You guys check it out. Follow Christine. I'm going to drop her information down below. If you guys have any questions about midterm rentals, drop it down below. Reach out to Christine if you want. Her Instagram is going to be down below. Check out our company called
Ideal State.
Ideal State, which she's growing big and quick. And she definitely probably wants to partner you, especially if you're in Vegas. So make sure to reach out to her. Christine, it's been awesome hanging out with you.
Thank you, Jesse. Feel free to reach out if we can help.
You're welcome.
Jesse.